Good morning, everyone. It's Brenda Quintana here. And today I am going to make the Stampin' Up! Advent Calendar Kit. It's actually not called the Advent Calendar Kit, but that's what I'm calling it because if I call it anything else, you're going to wonder what the heck it is. It is actually called the Christmas Countdown Project Kit, and it is in the Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog right now. If you love what I'm doing today and you want to get your own kit, you'll just need to look down in the supplies and you can order your very own kit. In the US, it is $30. So it's a great kit. I am making it for my son who is in college right now. We love advent calendars in my house, so I'm excited that we have a project kit in the catalog this year. That's going to be really easy for me. In 2 days, I'm heading up to Canada where he goes to college, and I'm delivering this kit then because it's so expensive for me to spend to send things from the US to Canada. I don't want to spend $50 shipping a box up there. Now, if you're sending it within the US, it's not going to cost you that much, but for me it would. So I'm going to take it up and I'm going to give it to him and leave it in the dorm for him. So come December, he's going to have to wait a month. I know that sucks, but he's going to have to wait a month. He will have an advent calendar that he can use because he will his exam schedule goes deep into December, so I'm sure he'll be able to open up many of the boxes, and that will just be something fun for him to have. So if you have a college student right now, I think this would be a really fun kit because there's a lot of room inside the kit to put different size candy and stuff, and maybe even a little small gift, but I'm going to do mine all with candy instead of small little gifts. And also just for your kids or for your husband if he likes different things, or whatever. It is just, advent calendars are fun. It kind of it makes a countdown to Christmas. Or if you want to do something like a little bit more philanthropic, maybe you could put little notes in there like for little tips on a nice thing to do for someone for that day. So you can make it whatever you want, but it's a great kit. So I'm going to make this kit from start to finish. I've kind of peeled open a little bit of the kit so I could see the size of the box, but really I'm going to do it from start to finish. I'll show you how it comes and everything. So let me switch my cameras, and hello to everyone who's joining me this morning. I'm actually going to make this kit from start to finish. So you're going to be with me on this process so you can see it with me. And if you want to do the recording later on, once you get your own kit, then you can go back and make it with me again. So it comes in this box. So it's nice that it comes in this box. So if you want to mail it to someone, you've got a nice sturdy box to mail it in. So don't throw away the box. So it comes in this, okay, and here it is. It's fairly large. Let me just show you. It is about 11 by 11, maybe just a little bit bigger than 11 by 11. And I peeled back a little bit of the plastic here so that I could see how big the little boxes were. They're actually quite big. I'll measure that for you too. Where'd my ruler go? Here we go. The box measures 2 inches. So it would need something just a little bit smaller than 2 inches square or cubed to fit in here. But that is, fits a whole bunch of different size candies. So that's pretty good. So in the back here, we've got our actual things that we're going to need, the little pieces that we're going to glue onto the front. And the suggestion is to have snail, which is a dry runner adhesive. It's very easy to use. Dimensionals. I'm also putting, I have my tube of Tombow here, and we'll see what works better for sticking onto here, and we can make some decisions then. So you will need some adhesives besides just the kit, but most people have some adhesives in their house. And if not, you can just purchase. I also put a link to all 3 of these adhesives along with this countdown calendar kit. So let me open this up, peel back the plastic, the kit. Okay, here are my pieces. Sorry if some of this is off camera right now because, okay, I won't need that shrink wrap. I can throw that out. And what I thought would be the best thing to do is actually follow their plan. So let's have a look and see. Oh, look. Ah, how wonderful. Look, each little box has its own little description in this little thing right here. Let me see. It probably has the whole bunch of them. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Well, not every box, but most of them have, oh, let's see. Okay. So we'll follow along with the kit. They've got the first ones done. So let's figure this out. So we've got this right here. Let me see. Opens up like this. All right. And this is going to help me get this done because I need to get it done before we leave on Friday morning. Okay, so here are some wreaths and some okay, these are die cut stickers. So that's going to help a lot with adhesive. This has also got adhesive on it. Now I'm wondering what I actually need to glue. Okay, so these pieces here, the pieces that go on the front, these actually do need some adhesive. So let me go back to, let's see, what is the best method? Okay, all of these, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think I'm just gonna use this picture out here. And I'm going to lay everything out onto my box. Let me see if that's in the calendar. So we're going to start by punching these little guys out, and we're going to find where each one of these goes. So on box number 20 right here, that one needs that one. And then let me see where this one goes. On box number 13, this one needs one of these. Okay, I don't know where those ones go yet. It's like a puzzle. I don't know if there's extra either, so let's just go ahead. So here, number 3, number 10. We're gonna lay everything out first. Number 24. And number 17, so number 17 would be here. I'm just using this map right here on the front. Let me scoot this out. So I'm just looking at these. Some of the boxes are not in here, so I'm just looking for the ones that are, like if they're not in their square, I'm looking for the box here over on the side. If you have any questions along the way, just ask away. So I'm just laying these out. This actually does have a stamp set that goes with it, but I looked at the stamp set and I kind of felt like you didn't necessarily need the stamp set. And so that's why I'm doing it without. Okay. I don't know, I think there might be some extras of these. So I am just going to keep putting everything out until I run out. So number 8 would be here, and number 15, sorry, I'm punching these out off camera because, and number 22 would be here. Okay, so let me see what else. Here's some more. Okay. All right, so now we're looking for this one. You know what? I don't even see this one on here. So let me set that aside for a moment. Let's go do these lighter ones here. Oh, you know what? I think this one is this one right here. No. Yeah, I think this one is this one right here. And the reason I can't tell because there is actually some stamping on that one right there. So well, no, wait a minute. I'm trying to decide. Yeah, I think it's this one right here. This one right here. And this one is number 9 right here. I'm figuring it out. Nope, this one I think number 16 is this one right here. And then we've got some white ones. So this one goes here, I believe. This one goes here. I'm just looking for the little lines to help me decide where things go. This one, number 18, I think is this one, like right here. And I'm going to post photos of these afterwards so that if there's, it might give you a clearer picture of the whole thing put together once I have it put together. Let's have a look. This number 6 is this one here. So we're missing this number 4. Number 4 would be, I think it's this one. Number 4 is this one. Okay, and then we're missing this one, which is number 14, which I can tell is this one. We're missing this one down here in the corner, which is number 21, and that is this one. All right, and skip to this one, number 23, looks like wood grain, and it's got stars up at the top, I think, so it would be this one. And then I think I may have stuck one of these in the wrong spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one has stars on the side. Yeah, this one goes here. This one goes here. And then I see this one has a little gold on the bottom, like that. So if you want to change some of these out, there are some extras. So let me see. Like I'm going to go exactly by the pattern just so that I can, you know, like make it easier on myself. But if you want to change some things out, I noticed that there are a few extra pieces here. So that's kind of nice because it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, so 24. Huh. I'm trying to think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. That doesn't make sense. There must be another. Oh yeah, right here. Okay, I'm like doing the math and I'm like, there should be more. It comes with 28 of these front cover pieces. And I've used 25, so there's 3 left over. So there's 3 extras in case you want to change things up a little bit. So these little pieces right here are little extra pieces. Okay, I am figuring it out. So I think I'm going to go ahead and adhere everything down, and then I'm going to layer everything up because I have a feeling that if I start layering, then it's going to be hard. So let's try this first one with my snail adhesive. So I'm going to want to make sure this is fairly glued down. I don't know what the situation's going to be like up there, like humidity wise. So I'm going to go ahead and just use a little bit more snail than I probably need. And then I'm just going to center this on here like that. Okay, let's try one with Tombow. I opened up a new bottle this morning. You want to use a light hand if you're going to use Tombow. So let's try this and see what I think of this. So this one's a little slidey. I kind of like the Tombow, but I'm used to Tombow. So if you want to use snail, go ahead and use the snail. But if you want to use the Tombow, like you can definitely use the Tombow, and I'm just going to slide that into place. What I'm looking for is that little white to show up top. So there's a little bit of like a white lip right there. And since I'm not stamping on these, I am just going to add them on to here like that right away without doing anything, because I'm just layering right on top of these. So I'm not wrapping anything around. So this is pretty fun. So last year I made an advent calendar, a Christmas tree advent calendar, and my son loved that. And it's still available. It's a tutorial on my blog. And that's great if you want a different type of advent calendar. But this is a great calendar for those people that are busy. And maybe you're not even a stamper. This calendar is great for that because it has all the pieces in it and you don't necessarily need the stamp set. So this hopefully will not take me all day. And I'm just running this live as I do it. So I'm going into this blind, like I have not seen this assembled by anyone. So this is kind of the experience that anyone would have if they were doing it for the first time, because I don't really have, other than the fact that I've been using Stampin' Up! Products for a long time, I don't really have any extra knowledge of this kit. So this is basically just me doing it live. So it's coming together really nicely. And these boxes are double-sided. So, you know, it's, they've got the little thumb grip on one side and on the other side. So that's kind of nice. But right now I'm just doing it exactly like it came to me. Trying to use a light hand with adhesive, but sometimes I go a little heavier than I want to. Slidey, slidey. Oh, come on down. No. Okay, I want you to turn a little bit more. Come on. All right, this one's slightly crooked. Okay, I got it mainly straight. Yay! I don't know if you're like me, but like I'm kind of a little bit of a perfectionist, so I try not to be too perfectionistic all the time, but I do like those details in order. All right. Hello, everyone that's joined me. If you have any questions along the way about this kit and how it comes together, just let me know, because I'm here and I can answer them. Or if you're watching this later on, like, please feel free to, you know, just message me below in the comments, and I will answer your questions. And the links to the advent calendar and the adhesive are down below. I haven't created a blog post yet, but I will after this, because I only have one advent calendar. I only bought one, and so I didn't make it up before I started. Like a lot of my projects, like I'll make one, photograph the tutorial, like photograph the project, and then I'll make another one live on the air when I'm making it. But this time, since I only had one, I didn't make one. And I thought this would kind of be like a very honest way of, not that I've ever dishonest, but you know what I mean. It's a very, I'm doing it live. So, you know, it's just, it is how it is. I'm trying to create the experience that everyone else would have. So if you're coming back later and watching this as a replay, you can make this up with me at the same time. And then we can finish ours together. So I'm on the last row. and then we'll figure out the next pieces because we have to number them. And you know what's kind of fun, like on some of the advent calendars that we've had in the past, we've had like the chocolate calendars where you like pull open those little doors. And I've made some advent calendars. But this one, right now, it's all in numerical order, right? But you could theoretically, you could shuffle them up a little bit afterwards. But just for the sake of ease, let's keep them all the same right now. And then I can always do the shuffle. I wonder what my son is going to think of this. He's probably going to think that I'm mothering him, but no, maybe he'll like the chocolate. Maybe by December, because then I won't have seen him for 6 weeks again. Then he'll be like, "Aw, my mom loves me." He'll be all stressed out because exams will be there. Okay, I've got them all out. Doesn't it look pretty already? I don't know, like maybe my lighting's not that great, but all of them have at least some sort of wood grain or texture. They're not just a plain color. They've got little gold stars on it. So it already looks really good. So now let's have a look and see what we've got. So we've got our little numbers. Our numbers need to be glued on too, or we can use dimensionals. I'm gonna think about that. So those are our numbers. Those will be the last thing we do. And we've got little snowflakes and wreaths. So we can have a look here. And then we've got some stripies. These little guys, let's have a look at, see what those are. Oh, okay. I think I'm going to do the stripies first because they have to be layered on. So on number 3 up here, about 1/8 of an inch from the bottom, we are going to put a stripey. All right, and then there's a stripey on number 10, and it's the same. So let's add that. And then there's another stripey on number 17 right here. 17, where are you? 17. Okay, 17 is here. So I'll put a stripey here. Okay, let's see. Some more people have joined me, yay. So I'm just looking for this little stripey. If you like puzzles, this is kind of fun because you're like, okay, let me match up the little pieces. And here's a stripey right here. Okay. All right, I think I've got all my little stripey pieces. There are some little banner pieces now. Let's do those first because the banners have to be done first. Because they'll be underneath everything. So on number 20, I'm just looking right here. I can see that there's a little banner piece and it's going to come right across this little piece right here. Oop, okay, you can see that this is a two-tone piece and the banner is going to come right down the center of that two-tone piece. Okay, like that. This is a little gold banner. It's so sweet. Okay, and then that was going to repeat on number 6 up here. Okay, I'm totally not doing these ones in order. But, okay, number 6. And I see number 13 has a little gold stripey or a gold banner. So I'll put that right here. I'm trying to do the logical pieces that go down first. And let me see. Okay, so I have an extra one of these on the side, so I don't think I need another gold banner. I think I'm done with my little gold banners. And then I see here that there's a little red bow on top of all of those as well. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab a little red bow. And these ones are self-adhesive. So let me just see approximately where this little red bow needs to go. I think think it's just sits right below like that. Okay. I'll do that. Those are all the same. It looks like each one of the boxes that has the same pattern background paper has the same top layers. So that makes it a little easier for the puzzle. Okay, so what else do we have on here? We've got a lot of little gold banners. This one right here has snowflakes. So the red one has these big white snowflakes. So let's do that. Okay. Ooh, they're so pretty. Look at that. Like they're these little, I don't know, I need to have something in the background. Let me get a piece of cardstock. So you can see. So when you peel them off, they are just a really light, nice little die cut snowflake, and it has adhesive on it. So this one just goes up here in the top corner. So we're going to do that with all the red ones. We're going to do a lacy snowflake. So they are a little delicate to get out, but not hard. Not too hard to do. And this is number 8, and it's missing off my big photo. Okay. By process of elimination, I'm just going through and figuring out all the different ones that need all of these pieces. This is kind of fun. Of course, if you were stamping on here, you would have done the pieces beforehand. But I don't know, there's already enough texture on here that it's making me happy without doing any stamping. All right, I see some wreaths on here, and I think there's a wreath on number 25. Ooh, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna stick this out again. See how pretty that is? It's like an open wreath. And so this one's gonna go on number 25. Just gonna center it on here like that. So I think number 25 is a special one. That one has that wreath only. And then I see some branches here. Let me put the branches on the ones that need the branches. Number 14. Let me peel this off. Oh, that one came off really easily. So number 14, kind of want it like that. So a little branch, and then the number is going to come on right there. And number 21, which is sitting off to the side right here, but okay, so that would be this one. So I am looking for that one, and I'm going to put that one right here. Okay, and then number 7 needs this. And okay, I know I have, oh, and then this last one had the wreath. Okay, so let's see, what else do we have on here? Okay, we've got these little red and white things, and we have these gold banners here. So on number 9, they would have stamped a cardinal from the stamp set. So this one just has a little gold thingy right here. So I'm just gonna lay this down right here, and this is going to be, the number is going to stick on top of that little area right there. So that will be the same number 9, and number 23 will have that same thing right here. Okay. Number 2 has some stamping on it, but it doesn't have any die cuts on it. Number 4 has, I guess, let's see, I think there was some stamping that they did across number 4. So maybe when we get to 2 and 4, we can look and see if we can add any die cuts on there when we get to the point where we're putting the numbers on. I'm just making sure that I didn't miss any. Okay, number 5, it has this tree, and we're going to stick this little red banner thing right here, coming across. And that will be the same for all of these ones right here. Stick a little banner thing across and across. And we had one of those left over. Okay, so then coming here, we have a die cut, die cut. Here, we're going to add a little white flower, poinsettia. I'm looking, it looks like it has a red and a white flower. Okay, I'm going to wait till I do the numbers so I can figure those out. Okay, I think I have done most of the ones that need to be done ahead of time. So now I'm going to go individually, one by one, and figure out the numbers. So here is the first number, 1. And so you can add these on with dimensionals if you want. Now dimensionals are going to add a little bit of height to the number, which is great, but I am actually mailing this, so I don't think I'm going to want that extra dimension, because as it gets pulled out and stuff, I would rather have it flat, just because of it's going to be coming in and out of this big brown box. So I think, I don't know, should I do dimensionals? I could put it in a Ziploc bag. Let me think. You know what? I'm going to just go ahead. Where are my little dimensionals? Let's go ahead and put a dimensional on the back and see how I feel about it. That is one way to go about it. Just see how I feel. Now, I could just stick one dimensional right in the center. That's what I'll do. And then let me do number 2. What do I think? Let me do a few and see if I think that I'm going to need the dimension of the dimensionals. This is me not making a decision. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it flat. I don't know. I just have a feeling that if it sticks out, it's going to be like, I don't know, annoying. But if you want to do dimensionals to add a little dimension, and then go ahead. So I'm just going to use Tombow, and I'm going to come back to this, and I'm just going to make sure. So these ones are kind of placed randomly. But you can stick them in the center if you want to. So I'm going to stick this first one in the center. In the one on the on here, it has this one offset a little bit. So number 2, do I want to do anything? I've got some extra die cut pieces. So theoretically, I could add for number 2. Oh, number 2. Okay, I have this piece right here on those ones. I'm going to add that little gold piece on that one. And then I'm going to add this one. I may have used the wrong one for that one. That's okay. So So let me stick this on here. I might be centering these. Probably would be better if I offset some of them, right? Oh no, I'm gonna be all symmetrical. Okay, well, the original one will be offset, and mine will be a little bit non-traditional. Let me pull out this little red flower here and lay it on here or here. Oh, let me do it up here. There, that's pretty. Or maybe I should do the white flower and do the red flower on here. Let's see, what else do I have for number 4? That one looks a little plain. You know what I'm going to do for number 4? I'm going to add a little bow because I've got lots of them. So I've got a lot of these little red bows left over. So I think for number 4 we're going to add a little bow right up here. Right here, right here, right here, right here. Oh, I am so indecisive. This is my perfectionistic nature. I think I'm going to leave that there. I don't know if I like it right there. I might move it in the center. I haven't pressed it down too much yet. All right. 5, make me make decisions on camera, and I'm just like, yeah, not making them so much. Okay, all my numbers are being centered. Okay, I don't know if I like that bow there. We'll think about that. I'll set that aside for a minute. Okay, so let's get the rest of these numbers on here. I'm just gonna lay them out so that way I can kind of speed through gluing them on here. Yeah, I think I can center all of these. Won't that make me really happy? May not make you happy, but it might make me happy. And you know, my son is just going to want the candy in here. He's probably not going to pay too much attention to the decoration, right? So that's kind of my thing. Yeah, I kind of like them all centered. Why must that be? Maybe you'll do a better job than me and offset the little guys a little bit. But mine are like looking nice in the corners there. Oh, these are so pretty. Am I still on camera here? Okay. 22, 23, 24. Oh, and there's 25. All right, let's motor through here, and then I'll see if I want to add any little decorations to these little guys. Okay. This one, I don't think I put enough adhesive. Oh yeah, okay, there is. Just need to hold this down. There's a little bit of the gold foil kind of keeping things in place. I think dimensionals would work really well on here because dimensionals are really super sticky. So, you know, when you go and put them down, they'll be a little spongy and they'll stick better than maybe what I'm doing here with the Tombow. But Tombow will hold really well overall down the road, because Tombow doesn't like to let go of things. So I use Tombow a lot for my 3D projects, so I've gotten really used to using it. Some people don't like Tombow because they feel like it gets their fingers sticky, but you know, after a while, like right now, I don't feel like my fingers are sticky, so I feel like this nozzle has a lot of control over it, especially for right now, because this circle is pretty big. So I'm just motoring along here, and I don't have to put it right to the edges. I kind of just put this little thing in the center Then I kind of slide it into place a little bit, and that helps distribute the glue a little bit too. Shimmy, shimmy. Okay. So then I'll go back afterwards and I'm gonna add anything that I want to add. Because there are some die cuts left over, so that's kind of fun. And I want to say that these boxes are like pretty sturdy too. Like they're, I mean, if you step on one, it's going to squish probably, but you know, they're stronger than just a regular cardstock, like a box made out of regular cardstock. They're a little bit more like a box board. They're thicker than even like cereal board. So like if you have a cereal box, it's definitely thicker than that too. So a lot of people have been using these for other things. You can buy one of these boxes. Well, it comes all with the kit, right? So you pay $30 and you get this whole thing, and you can't buy this separately. But it's a nice thing to hold your embellishments in, like your stamping or crafting embellishments. Or people have been doing like Halloween countdown calendars. So you can use them for other things besides just being a Christmas calendar kit. But for me, this is just a nice way for me to house some chocolates in, and I'll show you what I bought for candy. And I'm sure you're gonna find a lot more. I just went to, we have a small grocery store here. It's not super big, but it has enough candy for me to get a little bit of selection. But if you go maybe to like a bigger store, like a bigger grocery store, or a Target or a Walmart, you'll be able to get some more candy and fit it in. There's a lot of Halloween candy out there right now, and I was very tempted to get the Halloween candy, but I'm like, yeah, the Halloween candy has Halloween wrappers on it, so I just went to the regular candy section. And since most of you won't need your advent calendar till to December, the holiday I can't speak. The holiday candy will be out you very shortly, so you can wait. You can make up this kit, make it up with your kids. This would be a fun kid project too. In fact, you could get this and let them decorate their fronts. Let them go to town with markers, or give them some paper and stuff that they can use. I think if they have a square and then you just do a little circle punch out of the top of their paper. Oh, you know what? I might need to, I'm trying to think if I need to do a dimensional for number 25. Let's see how that sticks. Okay, now let me go in and see. That one really wants to stick down there. Okay, so let me figure out, I want to do something with these little guys over here, but I still haven't quite decided. Oh, that looks good. Let me be really symmetrical. Let me just stick that bow right on top of there. Let's be really, really boring and stick it right in the center. Let's just do that. Yep, I've got enough bows, like there's enough bows to do all of them on here. So why not, right? Am I missing one? No, because there's an extra one of those there. Okay, so then like on these ones, I was doing the little red flowers. So let's add, okay, stripey. Let's add a little red flower there. Let's add a little red flower there. Because on these ones, originally the flower, they had the number offset and the flower was down here. And so I'm just kind of adding a little flower on there. We have these little white flowers. I have one extra snowflake. I have one extra branch, and I have extra wreaths. I have extra of these gold banners and extra of these red banners. But I don't know, I kind of like the way that it has come together. And I think, you know, wait a minute. Why do I have an extra number 24? Oh, you know why I have an extra number 24? Okay, so in Germany, where probably Advent calendar started, um, they celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve rather than on Christmas Day. Like they open up their gifts on Christmas Eve rather than Christmas Day. So what they would do, see, this is a gold 24, so you would put the gold 24 on the last day. Number 25 would be a bonus then, and you could use like a star. And then what I saw one girl doing is she put the bonus one in the center. So number 24 ended up here, and you would skip one here. So 13 would be over here, and everything would be moved over here. So that's why there's an extra number 24, because they wanted it to match up with the 25. That was really good. That was culturally sensitive that they did that. So then I've got leftover, I've got a few more of these stripy banners, some leftover gold banners, some little like ribbon ends, kind of like that. I've got leftover wreaths. I've got one snowflake, one branch, and I've got these white little flowers that I never did use, but I'm okay with that. You know what I did not do right here? I don't know if I can lift this up, but I see that I failed to, okay. When you fail to do something, you need to pry things up. So I'm going to use my old piercing tool. And I'm going to, this glue is really wanting to stick right here. But I'm going to pry up the corner a bit and release it a bit. This is delicate surgery, so I don't know if all of you will want to try this at home. Oh, no, I'm going to need to do further surgery. I need to get this a little further in. Okay. All right. That's good. All right. So we had to surgically install that gold banner, but we made it. Let me see. I think that looks pretty good. I don't think they did anything. Oh, they did a little extra banner on number 25. I wonder how stuck down my number 25 is. I maybe, oh yeah, I can get that in there. All right, another surgery. There we go. Number 25 has a little banner added. So I think I did pretty well. Okay, let me scoop this all out of the way, and then let's have a look at the candy I got. And we'll see. What do you think? It's pretty cool. And it didn't take me too long. I don't even know how long my thing has been. Oh, it's been long. 48 minutes. But at the beginning I was talking. I was doing a lot of talking and a lot of figuring out of stuff. So you won't need to do that. But this project's under an hour. So that's pretty good, right? So like maybe about 40 minutes if you take off my extra blabbing. So I found these minis favorites at the grocery store, and I just want to show you how many will fit in. So let me grab number 1. So these little minis favorites, you've got Twix, Musketeers, Milky Way, Snickers, yeah, Twix. Okay, so let's put in, this will fit about 4 of these minis. So you could probably get away with a little larger size. I you know, when I was at the store, I was trying to feel through the bag without crushing the candy to see how big they were. And I wanted to start off small because I knew I could always put more in. So 4 of these can fit inside of here. So just as an example. Then I got these. This is a favorites chocolate mix. It has miniature Reese's Cups, Kisses, you know I need to have Kisses, and Rolos. So let's do a little experiment. I'll throw in some cups here just to kind of get an idea. So about maybe five cups in here, or you can do a mix and match. I would say maybe 5 or 6 of these cups could fit in here. So, you know, you could go with bigger candy too, right? So then, let me see, number 3. Let's see, a number of Rolos could fit in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 6 in there. I'd say you could put like, I would put probably about 10 Rolos in there. Now that's kind of a lot of candy, so I might put a little less in there because my son's gonna go into a candy coma and that's not good either. But let's look at Kisses. I've got 6 Kisses here. So about 10 again. I guess you could do a little bit more, right? You could, if you really wanted to fill them up. 12 looks good in there, but this takes a lot of, hold a lot of candy. So Lindor truffles. So let's grab one of each color. So a Lindor truffle, I think. Well, you know what? Probably the best way to do a Lindor truffle would be to have them sticking up on their ends. So 3 Lindor truffles can fit in here. So I just maneuver them and just check. Yep. So 3 of these little guys can fit in here. And then I bought some Ferrero Rocher. I think I'm going to have to go back to the store actually because I thought the boxes were a little smaller. Like I thought that they wouldn't hold quite as much as they do. So I might need to go back and get a little bit more because I thought like maybe one of these could, well, I think I might be able to get 2 of these Ferrero Rocher in here. Yeah, let me put these in. It's a puzzle, guys. It's a puzzle. How do you get them in there without making them look bad? Or maybe if they don't fit, then you get to eat the chocolate. Okay. Yeah, so on their sides, you can get 2 Ferrero Rocher in there. But if you want it just to be really pretty, you could just put 1 down here at the bottom, like that. You might want to put a little tissue paper or something in there so it doesn't look so sad and lonely in there. Or, you know what I mean? Or you can put in 2 of them at a time when you do that. So I'll just kind of squish in here. Ferrero Rochers are a little harder to get in there, but definitely still can fit 2 in there. So that's just some idea of what kind of candy you can put in there. And I hope you're going to make an advent calendar for someone that you love. They are just like such a cool thing for your family. It's a nice little tradition. Wow, my hair got messy. It's such a nice tradition to start in the family. I remember it as a little girl. We had an advent calendar that my relatives, my German relatives, made us a calendar. It was this big felt calendar, maybe like 2 feet by 3 feet. And my sister and I, that's who we had in our family. For each number, there were 2 hooks or rings. So what you did was you tied a little gift to each of those rings. So when I was growing up, my parents would go out and get like little gifts like I can't remember, they even tied like a little comic book to one, but they'd be like little inexpensive gifts, because we didn't do stockings growing up. So, you know, all those little gifts that you might give in a stocking, some of those would have come onto our advent calendar. Now, this advent calendar is very easy to just put little candy in, and you know, if you were doing one for siblings, you could see how you could put, you know, if there were two in a family, you could, they don't need to each have their own. They could have, you know, if two Ferrero Rochers fit in, then you can, you know, put one in for each of them, and they have to understand that they're going to share that. Sharing's a hard thing. That's a topic for another YouTube live, but it is just a fun lead up to Christmas thing. And, you know, if you want to do it so that it has a little bit more meaning in it, you know, write a little verse in there, put something in there besides candy. Put a little candy in there, and then a little verse, a Bible verse, or just like a meaningful expression, a thought, like maybe, you know, you just want to say something sweet to your kid, like I love you or whatever. That's another way that you can use these. So if you like the advent calendar, look down below in the description of the video, and there's a direct link to this advent calendar in my Stampin' Up store. And if you purchase the kit from me, I have some great free tutorials that you can choose from. Well, they're not free tutorials. They're tutorials that I give out to my customers free with a purchase. And other people, if you don't purchase from me, you have to buy the tutorials. So they're like a little extra gift from me. So if you do that, I would be happy to send you any one of my tutorials that you choose. All right, guys, thank you so much for bearing with me. I know this was a long video, but I thought maybe some of you, after you got your advent calendar, might want to make the advent calendar with me in the background, so that you are making it with someone else and not just by yourself. So I thought that this would be a great little video to have on hand later on. All right, guys, have a great week, and think of me up in Canada this weekend while I'm watching, while I'm visiting with my son. All right, take care, guys. Bye-bye.